everyone. This is the group of the motivation and the well-being at work. My name is Yijun. Welcome to our team member.
Hi, I'm Zhining.
I'm Gianpiero DINOTO.
Okay, and about the Willie's case study, today's our main topic is about what would we do differently if we were the supervisor or the CEO. And this is the structure of our content. Why we chose these three knowledge? Because we believe that these three aspects influence each other, and ultimately it is related to the sustainable competitive advantage of the company. So as a CEO or a supervisor, we are more focused on these 3 points. Now, first of all, let me analyze the part of justice. Through this case, we can find that Willie is not satisfied with many results decided by the organization, whether it is a new appointment or the allocation of salary increase. In this situation, we see that the procedural justice is particularly important, but his supervisor did not complete this point. According to his conversation with Willie, we can see that there is no voice, no correctability, no accuracy, and no consistency. This is what causes Willie's depression and anger. Meanwhile, he could not feel the support from the organization, which resulted in a series of negative emotion and negative influence. So, if I were the supervisor, what would I do? I would start from procedural justice. I will sincerely and in detail explain the decision-making process and the evaluation criteria to Willie. Understand his difficulties and help him solve the problem instead of making him just accept it rudely. Secondly, I will also make efforts in information justice and interpersonal justice. I will communicate with him more so as to build trust in the interaction. Okay, now let's welcome our team member, Zhining, to tell us how to build the trust.
Okay, thank you. So now I'm going to talk about the relationship between Willie and his supervisor. First, we can see that because of the issue of salary, Willie thinks that he is being treated unfairly, so he had lost trust towards the organization. Then he limits his efforts to work hard, and it changed from social exchange relationship to economic exchange relationship. In this way, as the cognitive judgment changed, it will affect Willie to the negative job performance and could not bring a sustainable development to the organization. Then how to improve it? I think first by fostering the trust between employees and the organization is very important. So in my opinion, in order to lead employees evaluate positively the trustworthiness of the organization, they should establish the equity rule, which means that they should have the decision-making process. Also, the interpersonal treatment the employees received are fair, so that employees will engage in citizenship behaviors and do good things for trusters. And now let's come to next part.
This is a focus on Willie's organizational commitment. Let's see before the changes take place in his work environment. Willie displays a high degree of effective commitment, actually, because he's engaging in citizenship behavior. As to the continuous commitment, we can assume that Willie was originally satisfied with his pay rise and also with the KPI used to assess his performance, as well as the yearly bonus in the previous year. As to the normative commitment, we can only assume some sense of obligation with the previous CEO, because after all, Willie was happy with his work life and he appeared to be in the right position at work. No sense of obligation with the new CEO. Next slide. Let's see Willie's organizational commitment after the changes takes place. His effective commitment starts to crack because Willie stopped displaying citizenship behavior, which actually leads to a progression pattern of withdrawal. physical in the case of Willy, not psychological, meaning that when Willy is at his desk, he actually works because of his ethical principle. As to the continuous commitment, Willy's golden handcuff starts to show because he considers what it would cost him to leave his workplace. Normative commitment absent as expected. We believe that Willy could have displayed a voice, express his opinion, but due to his poor interpersonal skills and negative relationship with the boss, he decides to engage in loyalty. And we predict that maybe he could even exit the company in the future. Next slide. So let's see the effects of our improvement on Willy's organizational commitment. We believe that after the improvements, his effective commitment could be restored, basically due to the improvements in terms of trust, which are nurtured by a better management of justice. As to the continuous commitment, it could be stable if we make salary a non-issue and if we keep reward his performance. As to the normative commitment, we believe there could be an increase as a result of the improvements in terms of trust, which produce a social exchange relationship, hence citizen behavior. Next slide. To conclude, we believe that this presentation illustrates quite well how justice, trust, and relationship are the key ingredients of a sustainable competitive advantage. And apart from those, we believe that every CEO should get a better understanding of his or her employers, so as to place them in a job position where they could make the best use of their natural and learned strength. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.